Yeah. Have y'all heard the new Snoop Dogg album, Missionary? Snoop and Dr. Dre. Are they going with Snoop and Dr. Dre, or is it just a Snoop Dogg album, Missionary? Have y'all heard it? I have not, but pause. I have heard and seen the Missionary. What's it called? Missionary, a short film featuring Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre. I'm like a kid in the candy store. Bruh, I'm wild hype, yo. Yo, I've been supposed to been breaking down some other musical jump offs and all of that. And I promise they still coming. Pause. I mean, if when I speak about these things, if y'all hit me in the comments and be like, yeah, do that, then I might hop to it. Certain things invoke a certain level of excitement in me, pause, and I just hop to it. This is one of those things. Like, I don't know if y'all know about my affinity, or is that the right word? My love for the West Coast. And specifically all things death row, all things alcoholics, all things NWA. I know NWA and death row kind of bleed into each other, but alcoholics as well. Like, I'm all the way, I'm knee deep in that culture. Pause. Like, salute to Hyro and who else? The hieroglyphic boys. Who's my Far Side? Salute to all of them. I got wild love for them, but it's levels, it's vibes, and it's levels. It's different frequencies and all of that, right? But anyway, sorry. This song, video, movie is ridiculous. Like, it's a movie. It's literally Snoop and Dre made a short film to this song, and it's fire. I mean, it starts out like from like it comes on. It's an overhead, like the drone shot over the city. At nighttime, the cities be lit up. All those always look cinematic in the mall. You understand what I'm saying? Starts out with that. Then it kind of locks onto a location and starts to descend on, like, it's like a what do you call it? What do you call this? It's like a drag race, like a side scrape, like a donut convention. Niggas is doing all kind of wild car antics, driving around in donuts and people crowd around and, niggas hanging out the cars. It's a wild scene like that. Have y'all seen this already? Anyway, let me just give my perspective. Yeah, so that happens, and it's like, then you realize that they actually shooting a music video, you know what I'm saying? Where, it's a car, somebody's driving a car. I'm not sure if it's Dre driving a car, but Snoop is sitting like on the, he's sitting on the, what you call it, on the hood of the car. Like where the engine usually is, he's sitting on that. I think the front is open, pause, if applicable, it sounds plausible. And, he busting his raps. You know what I'm saying? Dre is driving the car. I don't know if it's the same car. I don't think it's the same car. Or I don't think that's the idea they trying to give us. You understand what I'm saying? But, have fast acting, a whole bunch of edits and cuts. It's it gets hard to make out. Pause. So it was like, it turns out they was actually shooting a video of a video. You understand what I'm saying? If that makes sense. That's exactly what I'm not going to do what I was about to do. Anyway, so what else? What I said. They start rapping. You know what I'm saying? The rap starts. Snoop had some bars. He said, bottles and broads, believe it, we back in business. Bottles and believe we back in business. Are the Crips gonna be cool with that, Snoop? Just curious. Never mind. I digress. Then he said bottles and B words. Believe we back in business. He said, if she be smoking, it's highly recommended. He said, this for all of my niggas pushing the limit. Mile High got me going and giving. Mile High got me going, giving in the flight attendant. Okay, I like those bars right there. I forgot the rhythm because there's so much that happened. These are the first bars of the song. So much goes on after that. So I kind of lost the rhythm of the thing. I would pause it and reestablish the rhythm and come, but not pause. So yeah, he said those bars. You know what I'm saying? Said Dre steps in and said been around the world and nah yeah. First of all, I want to give a little bit of props to the Mile High flight attendant bars. It's something in there. You know what I'm saying? Then Dre says it off, been around the world and nah yeah. Ain't seen the mother effer thing that I can't buy. Said reaching these type of heights, it come with a third eye. I'm better at betting on me. The numbers don't lie. That's something very Dre to say. I appreciate it. Now, these brothers don't do no super duper lyrical technician, nothing. It is quite unnecessary on the song. That would it would probably mess it up. That's a lesson I need to take sometime. I met Dre one time. We had a short conversation. They used to have these things called oxygen bars out in LA. And I went there. A friend of mine gave me the line. And I went there, not a line, no drug use, right? Gave me the hookup, the connect. I went up there, and Dre was in there. He showed up while I was there, and we had a brief conversation, probably 10 minutes, something like that, 10 maybe 15 minutes, or maybe shorter, right? And one of the things he told me when we was talking, he was like, you ain't gotta be all lyrical. He was like, Snoop ain't the most lyricalist, you understand what I'm saying? But what he do is what he do. He said a whole bunch of other dope, like his words, I can't remember, this was like 2001, something like that, right? Maybe 2000. So, this was a pure example of that. Neither one of them was on no super duper lyrical, but it was a vibe. And it was Snoop and it was Dre. And I learned instantly watching this that I'm bogus to my era. I'm biased, to my era. For all of the dope lyricism that has emerged, you know what I'm saying? Dope lyricism that has emerged that I appreciate. And I'm a lyricist, more lyrical things certain things from my era, from that era, it has a certain feeling that resonates with me. That's going to always trump all of that. That's going to always top all of that. Pause and no Donald. So, yeah, it was like, there's that. Snoop had a gang of Snoops. You understand? There's a scene where, it's a whole, I'm looking to see if they AI'd and it's a whole bunch of actual Snoops. You understand? But I think it's a whole bunch of people. It looks like a whole bunch of people dressed like a bunch of Snoop impersonators. And it's fly. It actually made me think of this video I seen, within the past couple of days, with a Drake party. Matter of fact, Big T, the battle rapper Big T he be making funny videos, content. We talk about, so on his IG, with a whole bunch of Drakes. They all bunch of Drake lookalikes. They got the Barrett's Drake. They got the Curlish Drake. They got a girl Drake. Wow, Drake. That's what I thought of when I saw the Snoop Dogg, that scene. Snoop had all the Snoops getting their Snoop on. You know what I mean? So they go through the song. The song, it's like one verse. You know what I mean? It gets towards the end of it. Snoop and Dre, and Snoop and Dre are back to back with it too. Like it was 4 bars. You know what I'm saying? Maybe another 4, maybe a 2 or 2. I know the first 8 was 4 and 4. They might have mixed it up after that. I stopped counting, but it was entertaining, so it's easy to get lost in that. Gets towards the end of the verse. They standing by the back of a car. Dre throws a brick of C4 in the jump off. The jump off explodes. They do the hero. Heroes never look at explosions. I don't know if you notice. I don't know if you know. Or badasses or whatever you want. The cool guy in the movie, they never look at the explosion. If the explosion goes off and they look at it, they blew the shit. They did it wrong. So they walk away from the explosion, slow motion, all cinematic like. And then the hook comes in. And the hook is, it's a chick. How it goes? Hold on, I wrote it down. It says, baby, I'm just trying to get high. Baby, I'm just trying to get high. Smoking that legendary. Rise high, open them wide. Something like missionary. Rise high, open them wide. Something like missionary. That's a bar right there. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? It ain't the most lyrical, but it's some, you understand what I'm saying? It's something to grab onto in there, pause. What you say? Something like missionary. I couldn't really hear the rest of what she said in that part because they had all kind of effects in the background, cinematic explosions and whatnot. But then it was like 4 bars of that. Then it got to a part where, y'all know what's the name of the singer? All I want to do is pa, 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 and take my money. All I want to do is pa, pa. What's the name of that? Who? Put it in the comments. So it goes through a round of that. But when they busting the shot, pa, 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 they dumping up in the air, and you see a drone. It's a drone shot from above, and you see the camera, like one of the shots hit the drone. Drone hit the floor. Bang. Snoop and Dre had this, they go into this discussion like, yo. Somebody, Snoop was like, yo, I know that sound, God. It sound like they got real guns. Some real bullets. And Dre, like, he talked to the director, like, yo, what's going on? It sound like real blah, 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 blah. Sound like real shots. He like, nah, we would never, blah, blah, blah. And then before you know it, while that's going, the drone hits the floor. So clearly there was you know what I'm saying? But before you know, while Dre's discussing this with you know what I'm saying? Snoop gets a phone call, says somebody went in the freezer, right? Snoop tells Dre somebody went in the freezer. You're like, what? Yeah. And then the movie starts. You understand? So all of that I just said, that's like a 1-bar verse in the court. Then the movie starts. And that's what shit really gets interesting. So my bro Method Man joins the fray, not visually, but he begins to narrate the situation, and he tells, you know, he just gives us a backstory of who these dudes are, and they like what they actually are. It's the perfect. You know what? They might have started something here. You know what I'm saying? Because I always wonder, like, you know, as a rapper who thrives off of hardcore grit and violence in my bars and all that, when you get older, you be like, that don't fit at my age no more. These niggas came up with the answer. They did. Or at least one of the answers. It's the perfect graduation for the gangster. These niggas are street cleaners. Not street cleaners, but dudes who clean up, right? What do you call it? Righteous killers. You understand what I'm saying? Righteous clippers, should I say. You know what I mean? But all surgical with it. You know what I'm saying? They running the anti-heroes. You know what I'm saying? Running around, but, you know, with slam dances and, you know what I'm saying? Cleaning the streets by the streets. And it's dope how they do it. So, you know what I'm saying? They got these, you know, and they Dexter level with it too. You know, surgical. Like, they got all of the cleaning. Yeah. So, you know, he takes us back, like Meth narrates 30 years back, and they doing you know, they got the visuals and whatnot. 30-year-old Dre and Snoop look funny, especially 30-year-old Dre. I don't know if it was he had an AI afro on. It was funny, right? But anyway, it somehow would look funny. I'm like, I mean, I was there 30 years ago looking at these niggas. I don't know why. Anyway, it was. So, you know, as Meth narrate, he telling all, you know, they showing you all the work they had done put in and all that. You know what I'm saying? From like they clipped from like some old kidnapped freak face having ass weirdo to somebody abusing elderly and disabled folk. All kind of, you understand what I'm saying? They opened up a club called Aftermath to operate out of. You know what I'm saying? Their methodology, as Meth said, was very pristine, very thorough. I'm paraphrasing. You understand what I'm saying? But I just wanted to bring. I like the way Method Man threw in his, threw himself a plug in there with their methodology and all that. That was fly. Snoop was cracking jokes the whole time. Talk about what he said. He said, He's like, hey, Dr. Dre, I wonder if R. Kelly used a waterbed or bunk beds, like little goofball shit like that. It all worked. Dre clipped some nigga with a bow and arrow. You know what I mean? Then they flash back to the video. So all of that was just Method Man giving a backstory. They flip back to the video, the moment where like somebody went in the freezer, or somebody, what did he say? Somebody looked in the freezer. Somebody went in the freezer, yeah. So from that point on, now we in real time, and they leave the video shoot. They tell the video, like the director, yo, we gotta do this tomorrow, B. You know what I'm saying? And they go to their club Aftermath. Walk inside, they can hear the thoughts of all of the patrons in the club, because these niggas is telepathic on top of all of that. So they can hear all of the hating ass thoughts of the people. They deal with it, they hear it, they ignore it, they go downstairs, they go to the freezer, and there's one too many bodies in there. You know what I'm saying? They trying to figure out who put it there, blah, 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 blah. Long story short, regardless, they got to get rid of both of them. Let me see what they said. Go back to the freezer, go to the yeah, they got to move both of those jump off. So on their way to go do that, they get pulled over by the popos, and the cop recognized them. Like he had a situation like one of their jobs was helped him out. Like they clipped somebody for doing something foul to his niece, and he recognized them and he let them go. And these niggas continued on to the water, dumped the bodies off, 2 bodies. Before they dumped them off, they like, yo. They had a little plug to their mans. This is where they plugged it. This was fly. They plugged their mans in the most. They get nigga Dr. Dre and Snoop. They start bickering a little bit on the boat, right? But light bickering, you know what I'm saying? Just Snoop keep calling him Dr. Dre, like, stop calling me Dr. Dre and all that, blah 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 blah. And then he goes. Snoop notices that the dude they getting ready to throw off the Yamin herd got on a pair of number 4 Eminem Jordans and blah, 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 blah. So that was they plug to Eminem. He's like, yo, those go for like 40,000 in the street. Let me get those. He take them off, a 50 cent piece fall out. It was just all masterful. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta see it. I think I might have talked too long already. I might have told y'all too much, but ain't like y'all can't. Ain't like I think it's probably seen this anyway. Y'all just here to hear what I had to say about it. But yeah, it's fire. It's fire. So they had the Eminem plug, then the 50 Cent plug, then the 50 Cent appearance at the end of the video. You know what I'm saying? He's on his, he's basically like left them a message like on some. Well, just watch it. It's real cool. Then it goes off. And it plays another song. It's called Guns and Smoke. It goes into this song, and this song is fire. Like, they don't play the whole song, but I have heard the whole song. Well, not the whole song. I'm about to listen to this whole thing. You understand what I'm saying? The whole album and all that. But on this song, 50 goes first, and he rhyming like, he's using the double time style. Now, I ain't going to go into all of the bars, right? But 50 rap first, Snoop raps second. I think Eminem raps at the end of that song. And I think I've heard the majority. I've heard that whole song, I believe. But I heard it on Instagram, so it felt like it might have been clips or whatever. But hands down, I think I like Snoop's verse the best. Snoop, his verse was the most neatly sewn in, and it was the most Snoopy. You understand what I'm saying? Like 50 was 50, but he wasn't as 50 as Snoop was Snoop. You understand what I'm saying? And M was M, but he wasn't as M as Snoop was Snoop, if that makes sense. You understand what I'm saying? It's like none of them was doing the style. None of them was doing the style. Well, maybe Eminem. None of them was doing, like, Snoop and 50 don't usually rap in the double time style. You understand? But they did. And that was fire. But Snoop was still him. 50 was still 52. But I think Snoop's was neater. He followed the bar protocol the most of the two of them. Eminem didn't play around with the double time style that much. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, go check it out, y'all. It's fire. I said enough. If you made it to the end of this video, you know what I'm saying? And pause protesters, get your ass out of here. Yeah, get your ass out of here. The rest of y'all, welcome to the nation. Monster Nation, that is. I'm your host, your tour guide, Mr. Monster Man Rocco. Oh, yo, y'all seen my new video? Y'all seen my new video? Winner Circle, it's out. Go check it out. Go run the numbers up, B. I got on a blazer, slacks, and shoes and all that. You check me out, B. You understand what I'm saying? Check it out. Yeah, but as I was saying, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for all notifications. Trying to be a taxpayer citizen of the nation, then send us a super thanks or Cash App. We actually prefer the Cash App, but y'all do what y'all want. Cash App tag will be in the description, along with the Bandcamp link where all the mixtapes is at. I ain't gonna get into all of that because we got new music coming out. The list is growing. You understand what I'm saying? I told you, prepare for the flood. Right now, we got Crownsville out right now. Type it in. You'll see a whole bunch. You know what I'm saying? We got BCC. That's the last video I dropped. It's right on YouTube. Type it in. Or click on it, this right here, or whatever. You understand? Something like that, right? And it's music. Just get busy. Get busy. Thanks for the support. I want to thank all of the super thankers and everybody who's been rocking with me all this time and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And the platform is growing. Appreciate y'all for growing with me. Thank y'all for rocking with me through the rough times from last month and all of that. But we back. Look forward for this Diamond D. I started listening to this Diamond D album and it's ridiculous. So I'm 2 songs in, it's ridiculous. No, I'm 3 songs in. Ridiculi. Pause. You made it to the end of this video. Let me give 4 music symbols. Yeah, music symbols. Rock on, rock on.